New York, New York. Okay. Yeah, man. Big Blue Nation. What's going on? What's up, gang? Green. We out here. New York coverage. This is the Jets draft review. What's going on? I got my boy Benny. Let him introduce himself again. You know how I like to do it. Introduce yourself and let the people know where they can find you at.
Yeah, bro. Like usually, I appreciate you having me on. I love talking football with you and the rest of the guys. I know it's only gonna be me and you, but yeah, my name is BennyBlonco. You can find my Twitter, BennyBlonco. I'm a sports journalist as well, so I talk to guys, big time guys like Todd Big Shea. Got to interview a lot of some NFL draft prospects, stuff like that. You can find all my articles at tunnelvisionsports.com. That's where I write for. But yeah, I'm ready to get into it when you are, bro.
All right, man. Name dropping too, my man. Alright. So without further ado, man, first round pick is Will McDonald. Now, I like the kid, but I felt like the value didn't meet up. I think that y'all could have had him later on in the draft, but y'all was like, screw all that. This is our guy, and y'all took him. So why, if you are happy about the pick, why are you happy about the Will McDonald draft?
Yeah, so initially, I didn't know too much about Will McDonald. I wasn't necessarily happy with the pick right away, just simply because our defensive line rotation, we rotate heavily. Our first round pick last year, Jermaine Johnson, I believe he only played about 27% of the defensive snaps. So I expect Will McDonald to be hovering around that same area. He's not big enough necessarily to be elite in, stopping the run, but obviously he's an elite pass rusher. He's done it very well in college. So I think in this first year, he'll probably be a situational pass rusher, but looking more into it, he's a finesse guy. He wins with speed, he wins with finesse, and the Jets, out of all our defensive ends, we don't have one that's built like him. Most of our guys are power rushers. Most of our guys win on strength and technique, not necessarily like Will McDonald, who will kills you with that speed, kills you with hands, and so all that being said, I think Will McDonald is a good pick. Wasn't the best pick, but like you said, I think we could have had him a little bit further down. But hey, if my GM believes that he was the right guy and he loved him, who am I to say he did the wrong thing?
No, I dig it. One of the main things that came out in his film when I watched him is his, just getting around the corners amazingly. So, I think it does fit well. Now that you say it, y'all are a lot of power-based type of guys when you look at Williams and his brother Williams, and a lot of things is more, aggressive, physical, but y'all don't have that Maserati, that Corvette. I think y'all have that now in Will McDonald. So it's a good pick. But it's two picks, right, that I'm kind of jealous of, man. And it's not because, I like these two players, but the first one that I'm going to talk about is Tippmann. And I'm not so much jealous because we didn't get one, because I think we got the best one in the draft. But just ending up with a nasty guy like that on that offense to protect Aaron Rodgers. And then this is the guy that I'm really jealous of, because I wanted this guy on the Giants. He would have been great. But Israel Abanikanda, man, is serious. Y'all got three amazing running backs that really realize, man. So, just talk about those two kids right enamored with.
Yeah, so in regards to Tippmann, I agree with you. I thought John Michael Schmitz was the best center in the draft. When he went to the Giants, I was like, wow, like that's a fantastic pickup. I think Schmitz is going to be a legitimate, I don't know, top 5 center in the league, but I think Tippmann has that same capability. I know for sure that the Jets value the athleticism that Tippmann brung that John Michael Schmitz doesn't necessarily bring. But yeah, he's 6. I think Tippmann's like 6'6", plays with physicality. From everyone that I've spoken to, he does a terrific job at communicating. And you know, when you're a center, you got to be able to communicate everything that's going on in front of you. So all that being said, I think Tippmann's going to be a fantastic pick. I think he's going to start day one. And you need that athleticism, you need that nasty, and especially in the interior of your offensive line when you got a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, who is 39 years old, 40 years old. Aaron Rodgers ain't going to be doing too much moving around. You need that big physical guy to protect him so he can step up in the pocket and deliver where he needs to. In terms of the running back, Izzy, I love Izzy. One cut downhill could explode. He gets to the second level, you're not going to necessarily touch him. I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table. I think a lot of Jets fans don't necessarily know too much about him, but he's from New York, Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. I think he's going to come in here and contribute right away. And he's going to represent for New York. He's really going to put on for New York. And obviously we got Breece Hall, who's coming back from that knee injury. And that's why I really love the pick, because Breece Hall isn't going to necessarily need to come back right away and be that man, because we still got Izzy, we still got Michael Carter to take that load off of him. So I think Izzy's going to be really good. He wasn't necessarily a pass catcher in college, but I think that's going to be part of his game that's going to continue to grow, continue to get better. And watching his film, man, with our offensive line, we're very athletic. We're going to be a very physical group up front. With his capability of being able to find the hole and explode, I think that's going to be a really good 1-2, even 3 punch right there.
Yeah, it really is. It really is, and that's a good thing to have for your 40-year-old quarterback, right? But speaking of that quarterback, we know we just spoke on the backs. We know you got the targets out there, but let's ask about his protection. And we can throw out, of course, we know y'all have a defense as well.
Yeah.
So his protection, right? His protection. Can you name the starting lineup that you see for the New York Jets going forward? Starting from tackle all the way.
Yeah. So, if I had to predict right now, I think at left tackle it would be Dwayne Brown, who I think a lot of Jets fans, just a quick overview on Dwayne Brown, I think a lot of Jets fans were down on him last year because he didn't play particularly well, but he didn't play well because he tore his rotator cuff in the beginning of the year and played the whole season. So he was playing the year on one arm. And he gained a lot of cool points within the organization because he's an older man himself. He could have collected his paycheck and said sayonara, but he said that he fought through it. So I think Dwayne Brown is going to genuinely start at left tackle. I think Lincoln Thomason, who had a down year last year, but I think with a good quarterback play, another year in the system, I think he's going to play better. I think Joe Tippmann is going to be the center. And I think Joe Tippmann is going to be in a really good position because he's going to have 2 veterans next to him taking that pressure off of him. So I think Joe Tippmann at center, Elijah Vera-Tucker, another one coming off injury. But Elijah Vera-Tucker is an interchangeable piece, but I think he's going to start the year at right guard and at right tackle. The biggest question mark on the Jets' whole roster, and he could make the world of a difference, is the health of Mekhi Becton. I think Mekhi Becton, we all know, he's 6'8", 340 pounds, like an athlete too. He's not slow. So he's on a contract year. You know, when people playing for the bag, they got an extra little chip on their shoulder. So I think that's going to be the front 5 right there. And it's a lot of question marks health-wise because a lot of those guys have spent a lot of time injured in the past 2 years. But if healthy, that's a very athletic, physical, smash mouth group that I'm excited for.
Okay. I kind of like it too. I like Dwayne Brown. I'm not, jumping for joy for him, but
Yeah.
having him there is like a veteran left tackle. I don't see no problem with that. Um, and you said the other veteran.
Yeah,
Who was that?
Lincoln Thomason.
Yeah, man, Tomlinson is my son. Like I love Tomlinson. Yeah, he did have and last year, like you said, I think he can pick it up and rebound. And then of course I love Tippmann. But Elijah being Tucker, man, that's it. That's it right there. That's the one. So yeah, if Makai Beckton can come out and show something, yeah, that's a good little Secret Service little thing for the Rodgers there. All right, because one of the things that I look at in that type of thing is like in the Tom Brady factor, right? Like I feel like Tom Brady was smart. He's like, all right, look, I'm gonna leave Belichick, but if I leave Belichick, I want a running game. I want targets and I want protection. And give me a defense too while you at it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, right? That's what happened. And they won a Super Bowl. So I think it's the same thing with the Jets. If you're going to go out and get a Rodgers, then you got to have those factors. And obviously it looks like y'all in a good position to have them. All right. With that being said, is there a draft choice that you ecstatic about that nobody else is talking about?
Let's see. All the picks. I probably Izzy probably would have been my guy. Like genuinely, I think a lot of people, not too many people watch college football. And honestly, not too many people even, like I said before, not too many people know what Izzy brings to the table. I think he's coming in. People are going to think he's going to be the third running back on the roster and get limited touches from what I like fans that I've spoken to. They're not necessarily expecting too much. They like him as a player, but they don't really know too much about him. But they forget he has serious speed. Like we know speed kills in the NFL. So I don't know. I think Izzy is going to be a dog. We're going to see it during OTAs. I think that's going to be a name that we're going to be seeing a lot popping up. Oh, he made this play at practice. Oh, he's showing up in pass blocking. He's showing up doing the little things, working hard, staying after practice. I think that's the type of player he is. Like knowing a little bit more about his story, his family really raised him right. When he got drafted, he had his whole community with him. So this dude, I think he's locked in, ready to go. And I think Izzy, he's not a household name yet, but will be relatively soon.
Absolutely. All right. So now here's one of the things that we're talking about in the Giant community. I'm not sure if you're talking about it, but of course you mentioned that the Giants and the Jets play this year. I'm looking forward to that. Schedule didn't come out yet, right? But one of the things that some of us are lobbying for, and I hope that more of us do, and I'm hoping that Gang Green gets in on this, but Giants and Jets, Monday night, 9/11. Come on. It's good for the league. It's good for the fans. It's good for the organizations. I mean, why not, bro? Just do it. Just do it. What do you think about it?
I think it's a perfect storm because when was the last time the Jets were good and the Giants were at the same time? Like the Giants coming off of a playoff win, making a lot of noise. If we're being real, coming into the season, no one had high expectations for the Giants, and Brian Daboll proved coach of the year, proved and uplifted that whole organization after another good draft. The Giants are going to be the truth. The Jets getting Aaron Rodgers, us having all the pieces as well. 9/11, bringing New York together. I think it's a perfect storm. That's a game that could very well be sold out. I think that stadium would be bananas.
It would be crazy, man.
I'd have to go.
I think I have to go too, and I ain't never been to a game. I think I have to go too. Like that's monumental, bro. So they're NFL, y'all need to make that happen, man. That's easy, bro. That's like a layup.
That's a layup.
That's a layup, bro. Alright. But anything else in the offseason as far as the Jets has done that you wanted to point out and say and let the shakedown crowd know the Jets is for real?
There's a few things that we did that I'm really, really excited for. Obviously, you mentioned our defense before, and that I think last year, statistically, we had a top 5 unit. We added some pieces, but I'm really excited that we're bringing back almost the same exact core of players we got. We're still working on getting Quentin Williams' deal extended. We still got C.J. Mosley. We got Skol, DJ Reed still part of the organization. Our top 2 cornerbacks. Our edge rushers are almost strictly the same. We're adding Will McDonald to the team. We're bringing back Juan Alexander relatively. So bringing that, this is our first year really. Last year was our first year having that together. Now bringing that back for year 2, they're going to be more confident in the system. Communication flawless with everyone. So I think our defense was really good last year, and we made a lot of good things happen. But this year, same system, same people, loving each other, that we're all going for. I think our defense is going to be truly dominant. Like, I think it's going to be real scary. No team is going to want to necessarily go against the pass rushers. We're working on getting a run stuffer. We got corners. We got leadership all over, up and down. Our team is something special.
I agree, man. The Jets is definitely looking serious. I've been telling people. And the last question I'm going to ask you is, like, where do y'all stack up in the AFC East?
Yeah, a lot. I want to say, looking back, first Buffalo, who obviously and has won the AFC East for the last few years, and that made a lot of good things happen. But how we stacked up in those 2 games versus Buffalo, one, we beat them. The first go around with Zach Wilson doing absolutely nothing. Practically, we ran the ball all game and we were able to beat them. And the second time we faced Buffalo in Buffalo, they damn near killed our quarterback on the field, and we were right there. We hung in there neck and neck. I think we match up really, really well versus the Bills. That being said, until I see us actually like get on the field, I'm not going to say we're necessarily better than the Bills. I'll still put the Bills right there, number 1. I honestly think we're at the number 2 spot, ahead of Miami. I think Miami added Jalen Ramsey. They added Nick Fangio. Their defense is going to be much improved. My biggest fear with Miami is they didn't add much to their offensive line, and we all seen, God willing, Tua stays healthy for 17 games, but we seen what happened last year where he got 3 concussions. And I thought going into this offseason, they were going to really prioritize getting him a stronger offensive line, and they didn't do that yet. So that worries me about his health. And if Tua's not on the field, they're not necessarily too much of a scary team. But I pray that Tua stays healthy. I don't know. And then all that being said, I think the Patriots, for the love of God, thank God, they have been whipping our ass for too damn long. But I think their time has come with the worst team in the AFC East. Thank God.
Yeah, but for me, I looked at their draft and I'm like, oh boy, they coming. I knocked it out, man. They knocked the draft out, man. I was looking at it like a lot of the players that I was covering, they were picking up. I'm like, they got him too.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Patriots definitely. They ain't going nowhere no time soon. I mean, they may be mediocre or in that break of above average, but they're going to be playing teams so hard, and it's going to be difficult to beat them. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
sure. I kind of agree with you. It's between y'all and Miami, and I'm gonna give the Jets the nod because of the quarterback. Even though I'm a Tua guy, just the fact of what you just said, he's not very healthy. He's not a guy that is very durable. So, and then y'all didn't do anything to protect him to make him durable. So, yeah, I don't see that going well. So, definitely, let me get a closing statement from you, and let the people know once more time where they can find you. BennyBlonco.
Yes, sir. BennyBlonco on Twitter. Like I said before, I'm a journalist, so I do a lot of exclusive interviews. I've gotten to talk to a lot of people that know a lot of things. Like, obviously, I said Topping Shea, Daniel Jeremiah leading up to the draft. I'm going to continue to do so. So you can check out my articles. And then all the information I have really is on tunnelvisionsports.com. But like always, bro, I appreciate having you. Love talking ball. And definitely now that the Jets and Giants is going to play, we're going to be talking for sure.
That's for sure. And like I said, we got to bring you on. We got to bring you on to this podcast, the show platform. So very soon we'll have BennyBlonco on the show. But man, thanks again for coming through. Got the Jets coverage that I wanted from the best, BennyBlonco. Alright? So, like I said, always say around this time, I don't expect y'all agree, but I damn sure expect y'all understand. Understand? Don't get shook up, because we keep shit live. It's Shakedown with the New York Giants on that drive 5, and we out of there. Good night.